Hello, people. This is James with Turn Back Your Clock, and it's time for another edition of the Pursuit of Sleepiness series. Today, I am focusing on HTMA, what it is, what it tells you, why everyone should get one, and especially if you're suffering from insomnia. First, as always, welcome to all our new members. Welcome back to our returning viewers, all our new members in the Pursuit of Sleepiness Facebook group for people experiencing sleep issues. And if you're not in the group, then find us on Facebook, stop by, and learn a thing or two that can help you sleep. Constantly adding and updating stuff there, and it is a growing community of people who know exactly what you're going through, me included. If you're not struggling with insomnia, you definitely know someone who is. So share it with somebody that you care about, that you'd like to see sleeping better and just improving their health and well-being all over. There is a link in the description, and make sure that if you have any questions or comments, certainly leave them, and know that I do get to them eventually, typically right after. But even if they show up a week or two later, whatever, I get a notification. As long as I see the notification, I will certainly answer and reply. So last but not least, if you happen to be catching this on YouTube, then smack that subscribe like a snooze button. Okay, HTMA, that is short for hair tissue mineral analysis. What can a hair tissue mineral analysis tell you? Well, first, it's a screening test. It's not to diagnose disease. That said, when reviewed by a skilled practitioner, my recommendation will be somebody trained and focused on, functional medicine. An HTMA can reveal various mineral imbalances that indicate a tendency for various conditions. For example, heavy metal toxicity, mineral deficiencies and imbalances, your metabolic rate being fast or slow, adrenal fatigue, thyroid function, nervous system imbalances, protein synthesis, inflammation, which probably the root cause of just about every disease state we currently encounter, energy levels, mental health issues, liver and kidney stress, carbohydrate tolerance and blood sugar imbalances like diabetes and insulin resistance. And even according to some resources, it can reveal if someone is a sociopath, which would explain why Lex Luthor keeps his head shaved. Why test for minerals? Well, minerals are integral to just about every enzyme reaction in the body. You've certainly heard it said that magnesium, which basically just about everyone is deficient in, by the way, is necessary for some 300 biochemical reactions in the body. I just read another doctor who was discussing the role magnesium plays in 800 functions, which is just crazy, 800. That's just one mineral. The hair analysis graph also shows calcium, sodium, potassium, iron, copper, manganese, zinc, chromium, selenium, and more. It's not just that whether you have these minerals and how much, but their ratios to each other that will paint a very clear picture of what's going on in the body and can give you a roadmap to getting back to optimal function. As Dave Asprey, who I'm a big fan of, he's the CEO of Bulletproof, he wrote in his blog, without enzyme activity, life does not exist. The foundation of health lies in adequate mineral intake and ideal mineral ratios. So anything else that you do for your health is great, but minerals must be the foundation and the priority. So once those are balanced and replenished, it solves a majority of the health issues that people attempt in vain to correct by any other means. So balancing minerals with a hair mineral analysis is imperative to achieve proper mineral ratios, and all the minerals have complex interaction and affect each other. So excess intake of a single mineral can decrease the intestinal absorption of another mineral. For example, a high intake of calcium depresses intestinal zinc absorption, while an excess intake of zinc can depress copper absorption. So it's evident that a loss of this equilibrium between nutrients has an adverse effect upon health. So bringing this to bear on insomnia, think back to the list of minerals I just mentioned. Magnesium, one of the go-to supplements that people turn to or should when sleep is an issue, because just about every one of us is deficient, and it has a calming effect. It's a great go-to when you're having trouble sleeping, to try that out first, because you most likely are deficient in it. Potassium, ideal potassium on the HTMA is 10, but quite often people test with 1s and 2s. Potassium is also involved in two very important ratios on the HTMA: the thyroid ratio, which is calcium potassium, and the vitality ratio, which is sodium potassium. Both of these ratios are important for energy levels, sleep, and overall health. Potassium levels under 4 are a major contributing source of insomnia. When talking about thyroid health and function, the list of nutrients that promote a properly functioning thyroid includes zinc, selenium, iron, and copper, all tested on the HTMA. If your thyroid is underperforming, hypothyroidism, then there may be changes in the upper airway leading to obstructive sleep apnea. There can be changes to the tongue that lead to difficulties breathing during sleep. If your thyroid is overactive, different symptoms may be present, including excessive sweating or night sweats, heat intolerance, warm skin, excessive hunger, panic attack, hyperactivity, restlessness, nervousness, abnormal heart rhythm, fast heart rate, palpitations, and tremors. So none of these are sleep friendly, of course. And I think the night sweats, though, is the most commonly mentioned by people having trouble sleeping. A hair tissue mineral analysis is also a very useful tool in detecting heavy metal toxicity. And no, it's not because you still have your Black Sabbath ski jacket hanging in your closet. You probably should look into other tests for that. Seriously, though, an HTMA can alert you to the presence of metals including uranium, lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, aluminum, and nickel. Mercury, for instance, one of the most common toxicities. It's found in just about everyone from consuming fish, and it is also found, it's ubiquitous in our environment from coal burning for electricity production. And considering how many new coal plants are coming online in places like India and China, it's probably going to get worse, not better. In any case, mercury toxicity is associated with countless health issues, including adrenal dysfunction, thyroid dysfunction, depression, all three of which are strongly tied to insomnia, dizziness, fatigue, headaches, insomnia, gut dysbiosis, kidney damage, memory loss, mood swings, numbness and tingling, and muscle weakness. So it really is quite clear that an HTMA is probably a good idea for just about anyone. And because we're all deficient in many of the vital nutrients that we need to live healthily. And we're also overexposed to a slew of heavy metals and toxins in our environments that are wreaking havoc in our bodies. So fortunately, once you know what is going on, there are steps you can take in both instances to remedy and rectify these situations. So that will, these will have a powerful, lasting, and positive impact on your health. It should be noted, there's a lot of debate about the efficacy and accuracy of these tests, and with most mainstream medical professionals scoffing at it and ridiculing the idea. So if you plan on asking your regular doctor about it, be prepared for that kind of reaction. That said, the main issue is really whether the hair is washed or not, and that those that poo-poo the idea haven't made this critical distinction. So hair mineral analysis is extremely accurate and valid as long as the hair is not washed by the lab, which washes away some of the minerals. Two of the best labs in the US, Trace Elements and Analytical Research Labs, do not wash their hair samples. If you're interested in getting your own HTMA, and I would suggest that you really look into it, I suggest trying to reach out to either of those labs and see if they can name a doctor they work with in your own area. That is my plan when my current travels bring me back to the States. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was useful and or inspiring to at least some of you. I hope that you consider looking into getting an HTMA and find out the levels of your own toxicity and or minerals in your body and their ratios. Please like and share this, as there are millions of people out there suffering needlessly. I guarantee you know quite a few. with at least 1 in 4 people, and as many as 1 in 2 suffering every night. So remember to leave your comments and questions. I will get to them. YouTubers, hit that like and subscribe if you would be so kind. And again, this is James. This has been The Pursuit of Sleepiness. Sweet dreams, and God bless.